Hello, guys. Welcome back. And I know there's a lot going on right now. There's a lot going on in the world, and I just want to share some positivity with you guys. You know, there's no need to focus on the negativity. On you guys already well aware of what's going on. There's no need for me to put any more on top of that. So my mind is to go the opposite way and try to bring in some positivity, bring in some joy, bring in some uh, upbeat information. So today's video is on how to have peace of mind, especially during this time. I know this information can be very useful to you guys. Shall we begin? Okay, a troubled mind. A troubled mind will never find happiness. A troubled mind will always be involved will always be filled with anxiety, stress, depression, and everything is mind. Everything in the universe is mind. Everything begins with mind. Uh, when you begin to shift your mind to think positively, you begin to alter your reality. You begin to alter your way of thinking, which in turn uh, shapes your reality. It shapes your character. And your mind can even kill you. Because I remember there's a story I was reading about a guy that was riding a train during a very cold night, and he kept thinking to himself, "I am cold, I am cold, I'm going to die, I'm going to die." And eventually, all that was just in his mind. The inside the train was around, I would say about 75 to 80 degrees, but in his mind he kept thinking he was cold. He kept thinking he was going to die. And because kept thinking that because when you keep thinking a thought, it affects every single cells in your body, because your cells um, are intelligent. They are intelligent entities. They are intelligent cells. So you are actually programming your cells to operate and work against you when you begin to start thinking negatively. So as he began to start thinking those thoughts, he his body um, his body was I guess his body temperature dropped, and all his organs began to fail. And um, the next morning, they found him with his recording that he kept thinking to himself that he was going to die and that it was too cold inside the train, but it was never cold below 70 degrees. So in his mind, he placed that belief that he was going to die, and that the thought alone and the belief alone killed him. So your thoughts and your mind is what preventing you from being happy. So a troubled mind will never find happiness. It would always be there's a veil that gets put in place. So you only experience negativity. And a troubled mind creates tensions. Tension creates a troubled mind, vice versa. What creates tension? Anxiety, stress, depression, and constantly thinking about the past and about the future. When you begin to have tension is what prevents you from feeling happy. For instance, if you see if I can give you a perfect analogy. If you okay, if you begin to have a perfect day from let's say you just wake up and your day start out perfectly, and like toward the midday, and you begin to encounter people that that press your buttons, that tries to anger you, and you actually gives in into those into that person. So when you give your emotions away, you actually allow other people to control you, because when someone can control your emotions, they can control you, because you act based on emotions alone. So those tensions and anxiety, stress, depression is what place a veil over your mind and prevent you from thinking clearly, from seeing clearly, and that prevents you from feeling joy, happiness, or any uh, positive emotions. Because a positive, you cannot hold positive emotions and negative emotions in the mind simultaneously. It has to be one or the other. So my goal is to help you to alleviate those emotions, those tensions, so that way you can begin to improve your thinking and improve your life. So I recommend you take it a day at a time. Don't don't care too much what others think about you, or this is where you can find freedom, when you no longer care what other people thinks about you. I'll make another video on freedom, what it means to be free, but not in just in the physical form, but on the mental plane as well. So when you don't care what other people think of you, you begin to live free. You begin to express yourself, your true nature. You begin to act as the person you want to be instead of what other person wants you to be. So try not to be right all the time, because society teaches us to be competitive, to be better than the next person, to try to achieve more or greater things than the next person. So we are always comparing ourselves to other people. So that's where we build the ego. And then once you have an ego, you will never find happiness, because the ego is always going to want to seek more. Uh, you will build an insatiable appetite where you will never be satisfied with anything in your life. So try not to be right all the time. Try not to stress over what other people think of you. Just live your life and do what makes you happy. And if try not to seek approval from other people as well. And it's okay to fail in anything you do in life, because failing is part of the process. You will not achieve success without failure. Failure is part of the process, and you have to be good to yourself. Whenever you're experiencing bad day, just pep talk yourself and say it's going to be all right, and that everything is going to be okay. Constantly think good thoughts, constantly think good things to yourself. That way you shift your reality even during the most dire times. Because it's going to feel lonely sometimes. It's going to feel hard sometimes. That's what life is about. Life is not um, well, life will be easy once you gain control of your mind. Once you control your mind and you program your mind on a subconscious level, then life will become joyful, and everything will start to be easy for you. But before that, there is a lot of work that has to be done. You have to take a look at yourself, analyze yourself, and see where the work needs to be done. Uproot all negative thoughts, all negative thinking, anything that's negative. You have to remove those habits and change those habits in order for you to change yourself. Once you change yourself, that's when your reality, everything around you, begin to change into a positive way. Okay, from my perspective, what is it like to have peace of mind? Having peace of mind is living carefree. Like each and every morning I wake up, I have no worries in the world, no care of what's going to happen or what has happened, because I know I've already programmed my mind and on a subconscious level that everything is going to be okay. I have a strong faith that everything is going to be okay, because if you creating your own reality, if you constantly creating your reality, why there shouldn't be any worries, because you are creating it. So therefore, you know what's going to happen, and you know exactly down to the detail of how your future life will be. So why? So you're not constantly worrying about it, because you're creating it. So this is what having peace of mind is. You have gained control of your mind, and you're creating your reality. You're creating your life on a conscious level and a subconscious level, and You are not constantly worried about past or future events. You are just going through a day moment by moment, like a child or similar to a dog. A dog is carefree. A child is carefree. It is not think it does they do not think of the future or the past. Therefore, they are not filled with anxiety, stress, and they end up having depressions, anxiety attacks. So having peace of mind means you are uh, constantly in a blissful mode every day. From the moment you wake up to the day you go to bed, you are blissful. You are enjoying life, loving life, and living life, and you always constantly want more of today. And when you wake up, you just, for no reason, you just feel happy, just feel blissful, and you're always smiling. Every now and then, when I do, when I'm in public, I'm constantly smiling, and people are always asking why am I smiling or why am I laughing. This is the effect of being happy. You every day you just constantly laughing, or you just to yourself. You're constantly smiling to yourself, and for just no reason. It's just it's everything is happening on a subconscious level, because when you're happy, you're always smiling, you're always laughing, and that is the effect of being happy and having peace of mind. So this is why I recommend, and why I have built the website and come up with these designs on my website, which is visionaryfashion.com, where these designs begin to program your subconscious mind subliminally. That way, there's no work on your part. As long as, say, if you wear a T-shirt or clothing that say "just be happy," every time you see that, your subconscious mind is being influenced by that design. That is how you are programmed by television. It's called television programming for a reason. You are being programmed. So every time you watch something negative, your subconscious mind is picking all that negativity up, and it's being sent to your subconscious mind, and that's all you're going to attract every day throughout your life. So whatever you program your subconscious mind, that's all it's going to bring and manifest into your reality. So this is why I recommend you guys check out this website. And do I think just even one piece of clothing will change your life? Yes, it will. The value we'll get from these, it's is over supersedes the price you're going to pay. So, and the price is not that high as well. So you must condition your mind to be peaceful, to be happy, and that is how you will your life will change before your eyes. And I also suggest using auto suggestion, which is always repeating to yourself, because your subconscious mind learns two ways: by repetition and by uh, no, by subliminally. And you can reprogram your mind, because you guys have been lied to. You guys have been deeply programmed, which is why you're experiencing anxiety, stress, and it will be hard for you to find freedom continue if you continue to live the way you're living. So try to act in a way. There's a book that's called that I forgot the name. It's somewhere something like the act of not giving a, you know what, the four letter word. And and if you also, I need to mention this, if you are of a high frequency, some words you will not want to say. It's not that you will not want to say it, because your subconscious mind will not allow you to say it. Even if you try to say it, it will not feel right to you, and your subconscious mind will not allow you to say it, because it's not in your frequency range. It's not operating on the same frequency, because negative thought, negative words, they are only operating on a lower frequency. So try not to be nice to yourself. Try not to care so much, because life is beautiful. Life is meant to be lived. If you can't change anything about your situation, about your life, um, if you can change anything about it, just do it. Try not to stress about it, and just do it. But if you can't do it, don't worry about it, because 80% of your worries will not come true. 80% of the things that you worry about will not manifest into your reality. And question yourself whenever you're experiencing some difficulties in your life. Just question, or whenever you're experiencing a hard day, just or a difficult day, just question, what is the worst that can happen? Once you realize the worst that can happen, then it doesn't seem that big of a deal. So try to be nice to yourself, guys, and begin to reprogram your mind to shape your reality to manifest anything you want in your life. That's the end of the video, guys. Until next time.